You know how sometimes a simple idea just spirals into this epic, kind of ridiculous quest? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. We're going to break down this fantastic short story that takes something as simple as buying a bike and turns it into a full-blown hero's journey. It's got everything: trials, total frustration, and a twist at the end you won't see coming. So, right from the get-go, the narrator hits us with this hilarious, almost paranoid vibe. I mean, listen to that line. It's like the word bicycle itself is this forbidden, dangerous secret. This tells you right away, okay, this isn't just a shopping trip. Not at all. It's something way bigger, something you apparently shouldn't even whisper about in public. It just pulls you right in, right? You're left thinking, what on earth is the big deal about a bicycle? All right, so where does this dangerous idea even come from? Well, you might be surprised. It all kicks off in just about the most ordinary place you can imagine. Picture this. Our narrator and his buddy, Joe, are just stuck. They're in this gloomy pub. It's raining outside. They're waiting for a bus that's probably not coming. The mood is just blah. And then, out of nowhere, Joe just says it. Bicycles. Just that one word. But it's like a lightning strike in that dreary room. It totally cuts through the gloom and plants this tiny seed of an idea. That's it. That's the spark for the entire adventure. And if you know anything about storytelling, this right here, this is the classic call to adventure. That one simple word, bicycles, completely shatters the narrator's boring world of waiting around for late buses. Suddenly, there's this vision of freedom, right? The idea of going where we wanted, when we wanted. But like any good hero at the start of a story, his first reaction isn't, yes, let's do it. Nope. It's pure reluctance. So why the hesitation? Why isn't he jumping at this idea? Well, it's because he's been burned before. Badly. There's this ghost of a past purchase that's haunting him. And trust me, the story is pretty hilarious. See, the last time these two tried to buy a vehicle, it was an experience. They were at a late night party and they thought they were buying this incredible Gleeman limousine. That's the dream, right? But the reality was so much worse. In the sober light of day, it turned out to be just a dilapidated old rust bucket, a total piece of junk. And this isn't just a funny little story, this is absolutely crucial. It raises the stakes for the whole bicycle quest. Failure isn't just some abstract idea. It's a very real, very embarrassing memory for our guy. And that line about the pumpkin? It's just perfect, isn't it? It completely nails the absurdity of the whole thing. The car seems so magical and amazing at night, like Cinderella's carriage. And then the next morning, poof, it's just this awful wreck. So yeah, with a disaster like that fresh in his mind, you can totally see why he's not exactly jumping for joy at this new bicycle idea. Okay, so with the ghost of the pumpkin car hanging over them, our heroes officially start their quest. And, no quest is complete without a few obstacles, right? Well, their first two attempts at buying a bike are, let's just say, a masterclass in total and utter frustration. First up, they find a shop that's completely deserted. Like, not a soul in sight. They're shouting, they're ringing the little bell on the counter. Crickets. So they just leave feeling pretty defeated. So what's next? They find another shop, and this one is the complete opposite. It's way too busy. One of the shopkeepers is literally being held hostage by a customer telling some never-ending story. Meanwhile, the other guy's on the phone, and from the sounds of it, he's trying to solve America's entire national debt. It is just impossible. A true test of patience. And here we are. This is the low point. This is rock bottom for our narrator. That initial spark of excitement, it's gone. Completely snuffed out. He's just done. He's beginning to go off bicycles altogether. The entire quest is hanging by a thread, about to fail. After all that, just buying a simple bike feels like this monumental, impossible task. But then, just when it seems like all hope is lost, they're about to pack it in, they stumble upon this little shop tucked away on a back street. And this, right here, is the turning point. This is where they finally meet the mentor of their quest. The owner, a guy they call Mr. Pedalot, isn't just some guy selling bikes. No, the story calls him a cycle nutcase, and it means it in the best way possible. He's the living, breathing embodiment of the cycling life. He's cheerful, he's bursting with health. He just lives and breathes this stuff. He is that wise guide you hope to find. He's not just trying to make a sale, he genuinely wants to find the perfect bike for them. And his shop? Oh man, his shop is like stepping into another world. It's a magical kingdom of bikes. We're not talking about a few models in a display window here. We're talking about a whole universe of cycling. There are bikes for delivering bread, bikes for racing, bikes for going up mountains, bikes for going down mountains. There's even one that folds up into a briefcase. I mean, come on. They haven't just found a bike shop, they've stumbled into the very heart of the entire cycling world. So after all this, after they try out a ton of different bikes, after they get measured, after the narrator patiently waits while Joe tries literally every single model, Mr. Pedalot has a moment of inspiration. He's been watching them, he gets them, and he knows exactly what they really need. So just think about this for a second. What's the perfect solution here? You've got our narrator, who's super cautious and skeptical, right? And then you have his friend Joe, who's all action and enthusiasm, no breaks. Remember, they already failed spectacularly at buying a car together. They've struggled just to get someone to talk to them in a shop. So, what single bike could possibly work for a duo like this? A tandem, of course. It's absolutely perfect. It's not just another bicycle. It's a vehicle that is literally built for partnership. It's a physical representation of their friendship, and it forces them to work together. It's such an elegant, surprising, and just deeply fitting end to their whole quest. See, Mr. Pedalot didn't just sell them some metal and two wheels. He saw their whole dynamic and gave them the perfect tool for it. And that last line just says it all, doesn't it? The quest is over. Joe immediately lays out the plan. You're the brains, I'll be the muscle. He solves the first argument before it can even start, and that's when you realize they didn't just buy a bicycle. They actually solidified their friendship and found a way to move forward, together. It really leaves you thinking, you know? Maybe the point of a tough quest isn't just about getting the prize at the end. Maybe it's about figuring out who you are in the partnership, who's going to steer, and who's going to provide the power from the back.